Every high school has an ant here and a cockroach there, but here's a story about a school-wide insect infestation of biblical proportions. This story is so thick with them, it might even inspire you to grab a can of bug spray. Welcome to Lancaster, New York, just a splash away from one of the 7 wonders of the world, Niagara Falls. The quaint old town where kids make their own fun.
What we do around here is we have bonfires or we go play sports at the park.
Lancaster's the kind of town where everybody knows everybody else and everybody grows up together.
Well, it's a good place to raise families and just go hang out with your friends. It's not going to get in a lot of trouble.
That is, unless you attend St. Mary's High School. One of the oldest parochial schools in the country, St. Mary's strictly enforces an old-fashioned dress code.
Anytime you were out of dress code, you got detention.
The skirts that the girls had to wear had to be only 2 inches above the knee. Guys, if you didn't shave, you would get a detention for it.
A few times I got detention for not shaving, quite a few times actually.
That's Ed, senior, starting quarterback, and notorious troublemaker.
At least they have a lot of fun, and sometimes it gets a little crazy.
I was just always on detention for something that he did.
Get that smirk off your face right now.
If something went wrong, they kind of point the finger at Ed because of the reputation he has.
Toward the end of his senior year, Ed and his best friend Carl were worried about finishing school without pulling off a prank.
Felt like it was my obligation as a senior to do a prank, and I pretty much knew that no one else was going to do it, so me and Carl took it upon ourselves to put something together.
We were trying to get a day off of school. That was our big intention, besides just having a prank.
We have to do this.
One day, the guys sought some advice from someone they could trust, a teacher young enough to remember what senior year was like.
One of the substitute teachers was eating lunch with us, and we started talking to him.
What'd you do for your senior prank? Don't tell anyone I told you this.
The substitute teacher had gotten a couple hundred crickets for his senior prank, and he actually dropped them during school.
That's what we're doing. That's definitely what we're doing.
With the idea hopping in their heads, the boys recruited 2 more cricket co-conspirators and met at Ed's house to devise a proper plan.
We went online and just started looking up stuff. We ended up going to a cricket site that actually sold them and would ship them right to my house.
Found that we could get up to 5,000 crickets, and it only cost us about $90.
Dude, imagine 5,000 crickets.
You'd be all over the place.
The crickets were scheduled to be delivered on Friday, so the boys decided to execute the cricket caper that Sunday night. But the guys had to figure out a way inside the building.
Top of the school, there was a door that they always kept open. The plan was that we're going to boost Justin up on top of the school.
And you're going to sneak in through the door over there. You're going to come let us in through the main doors there. What's this?
Finally, it was Friday, the day that the crickets were hopping their way to Ed's house, and the boys were anxious.
We were all very excited for the crickets to come up.
We didn't really concentrate much on the schoolwork. We were just thinking about the game plan.
All I thought about was getting 5,000 crickets delivered to my house.
Once the bell rang, the boys scurried out of school, crickety split.
And we all went to Ed's house because we knew the crickets were going to be coming soon.
Hi, guys.
Once we got the crickets, we knew that there was just no turning back.
Came in 5 boxes, 1,000 crickets in each box.
We opened it up, see what they look like.
A couple got out, and we were freaking out about it.
Some of them were big and like long and fat, and it was just really disgusting.
My mom actually came and picked them up and put them in the box, and we wouldn't.
She said, I thought you guys were supposed to be tough. You guys are boys.
The squeamish schoolboys knew their newfound friends needed lots of rest and plenty of nourishment. But what do you feed 5,000 hungry hopesters?
You're going to get with these things. You got to keep them alive for 3 more days.
Potatoes.
We got a bunch of raw potatoes, and we stuck them in the boxes.
And then we hid him in his downstairs closet.
As soon as they sat for 2 minutes, everyone was chirping.
Fast forward to Sunday night. It was time for Ed and the boys to bring the noise to their school.
Our hearts were beating. We're kind of nervous, you know, because this is a big thing here.
Hurry up, guys, hurry up. We're in all black, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, heading towards the back door.
They had the bright idea to launch me up on the roof. As soon as I got on the roof, I just went by the door and I opened up the door in the gym, and then I let them in.
Safely inside the school, the gang got ready to spread some cricket love.
We wanted to get this done fast and quick.
You had that feeling like, oh my God, I can't believe this is going on right now.
We just looked all around us, and it was just crickets covering the floor.
Every place you stepped, you had to watch out for the crickets because you didn't want to kill them all before everyone came into school. We got out of there as fast as we could. We were excited. We couldn't wait to go to school.
Coming up, find out what happens when 5,000 new students pop up for first period at Cricket High.
One nation, under God.
Next on High School Stories. Suspicions.
Nice prank, Ed. Dude, I don't know what you're talking about.
Kind of started getting nervous when people were walking up to us. Oh, yeah, good prank, guys.
Was this your prank?
No. I wasn't scared about people thinking we pulled the prank because there was absolutely no evidence linking us to it.
It was weird that none of the teachers or administration were trying to figure out who did this prank.
By the end of the day, I didn't get caught, so I thought I was home free.
And home was exactly where Ed and the boys were headed. On their way out, they realized their prank was about to go public.
You see the camera crews walking up, and in the back of my head, I'm just laughing. I couldn't wait to go home and watch the news.
This is Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Pranksters let thousands of crickets loose inside the high school.
Like, that's awesome. You know, we made it to the news.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
It was pretty cool that our prank made it on TV.
It was all fun and games until later that night when Ed's sense of security was suddenly shattered.
It's my assistant principal, and she's like, Ed, you and your father are gonna have to come in and have a talk tomorrow morning. My stomach just dropped. I thought for a minute and realized that there was no way that they could catch me because they didn't have any evidence on me.
The next morning, a very confident Ed and his dad went to school to meet with the assistant principal.
Only thing I'm thinking is I'm sticking to my guns. There's no way I'm admitting this. They have no evidence as me. I look on the table, and there's a box that says live crickets on it with my name. I thought, like, my life was over.
Ed, you want to tell me who else was involved?
I wasn't going to rat out any of my friends. No one was.
So after Ed like a canary, it was time for him to face the music.
She told me that she should have expelled me, but she was going to take it easy on me and only make me pay the extermination fee. As I was walking out of the assistant principal's office, I couldn't help myself.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
How did you get the box?
She told me that someone from the community found the box in the yard and saw it on the news and bring it to St. Mary's. The evidence just kind of fell right into my principal's lap.
Following the barrage of questions, Ed found his boys and had a question of his own.
What's wrong with you?
What happened?
What'd you do with the box?
I put it in the garbage like I was supposed to.
It's sitting on the desk. That's how we got caught.
We were all talking and we figured out what must have happened. The box must have blown into his neighbor's yard. Then I told my friends that I got off easy.
We were all grateful that Ed didn't turn us in.
I gotta pay a $500 extermination.
$500? Well, obviously help you out with that, man.
How could you forget that?
I put it in my garbage.
While Ed got caught, the same can't be said for all the crickets. The boys knew they'd left their noisy mark on St. Mary's for years to come.
I won't hear a cricket and not think of high school.
Kind of felt bad for the janitor. It's just him having to clean everything up in the morning.
Went pretty good. I didn't have to rat out any of my friends. I got to graduate. I'd do it again in a heartbeat.